and good afternoon. Welcome back to the Highliner Activity Center as we have our second game of our doubleheader here from the Hack as we switch over to the boys' side of things here in the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout as the Highliners get ready to take on the Dragons of Dunseith. And welcome back to the Hack. Paul McDonald with you here high atop the Highliner Activity Center for Game 2 here today. Valley City Highliner boys looking for win number 1 on the season as they're off to that 0-3 start. Tough losses against Central Cass and Kindred, and also the loss to Devils Lake their last time out. The Highliners looking for that first win under first-year head coach Jim McDaniel, assisted by Mike Lentz, taking on the Dunseith Dragons. They come in with a record of 1-4 on the year. They started this tournament yesterday. They played their first game, and they lost to Shiloh Christian 81-43 in their game yesterday. And their lone win this year was a win against Glenburn at the CNDC Classic that happened here just a couple of weeks ago. Lost to North Prairie, defeated Glenburn, and lost to TGU. Last time out here last Tuesday, they were on the road at Hazen and lost to Hazen by a final of 72-70. And again, losing yesterday, 81-43 to Shiloh Christian in their first game here in the shootout. The Highliners looking to get that first win under Coach McDaniel after a couple of tough, close losses, Central Cass and Kindred. Of course, Kindred now the number one team in the state in Class A. And the Highliners lost that game by 5, but then took on Devils Lake. And yes, Devils Lake at the time was ranked number 1, but even though they defeated the Highliners, that was a 30-plus point victory, 31-point win. They actually dropped from 1 down to 3. Grafton moved up from number 3 to number 2. And Four Winds Minnewacan, who's here in this tournament, they were not ranked, or here in the shootout, they were not ranked last week. They are now number 4. So you look at the teams that are here on the boys' side, Kindred and Four Winds Minnewacan. Well, Four Winds Minnewacan, the boys actually aren't here. They're in Mandan at a tournament. But Kindred is ranked number 1. Shiloh Christian, who's here, they are ranked number 7. So you got a couple of ranked teams here in this shootout. So we are about set. We've got starting lineups coming up. We'll have those starting lineups and the opening tip right around the corner. Valley City and Dunseith. Game number 2 of our doubleheader coverage and game number 4 of 7 here at the Hack today. We'll be back with more coverage of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout live from the Hack on the Highliner Activity Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Highliner Activity Center for this matchup between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Dunseith Dragons, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Valley City Highliners. Valley City High School encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation this evening by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. And now for your starting lineups for the Dragons. A senior guard standing at 5'9", wearing number 1, Thane Gladue. A junior guard standing at 5'10", wearing number 5, Jeremy Ladisser. A senior forward standing 6'1", wearing number 11, Xavier Gunden.
Time now to take a look at our starting lineups. First for the Dunseith Dragons. Again, coming in with a record of 1 up and 4 down.
DeMary.
They will have Thane Glajou starting at a guard. He is a senior, stands 5'9". And at another guard, a junior 5'10", Jeremy Lattiser. At a forward, a 6'1" senior, Xavier Gunville. Daniel DeMary, he is a senior, 6'3", starting at a forward. And starting in the posts, the freshman, 6'6", Nelson Dakota. He, again, the son of assistant coach on the girls' side. And he is a starting freshman. So again, Glajou, Lattiser, Gunville, DeMary, and Dakota. The starting lineup for the Dunseith Dragons. Coach Eric Morin, assisted by Jeremy Lattiser, senior, and Chris Jolson, the assistant coaches. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Valley City Highlanders. Senior guard, Carson Eggert. At another guard will be junior Bryson Heck. At a forward, Carver Peterson, he is a senior. At the other forward is senior Zach Sikora. And in the post is a senior Talon Larson. Eggert, Heck, Peterson, Sikora, and Larson. The starting lineup for head coach Jim McDaniel, assisted by Mike Lentz and Keaton Goldaddy, the assistant coaches. Coach Goldaddy not on the bench today, gone for the holiday break. Coach Lentz and McDaniel, the coaches for Valley City. So a good crowd on hand here, and we are ready for basketball here today from the Hack. Dragons in their blues with the red trim and lettering and white numerals. Highlanders in the whites with the Highlander blue numerals and trim. DeMary, Larson, tipping center. In the air, we are underway. Right to Carver Peterson, and Carver tried to pass it, lost it, got it back, shoots it, scores. Well, originally he was going to pass it, just got it put right back in his face, and he gets the easy two. Here's a long two. Lattiser launches the three. Count it. That is a three-pointer by Lattiser. And just like that, each team with a bucket on their first shot. 3-2. Here's Heck for three. Rattles out. Can't get it to fall. Rebound grab. Eggert in the lane. No. Rebound. Larson up and no. Too hard off the glass. Lattiser clears out the rebound. Dragons, ball knocked away from behind. Into the hands of Heck. Gets it over to Eggert. Two-hand lay-in. I think he was thinking dunk, but got smart and laid it up and in for two. 4-3 advantage to Valley City. Lattiser into the front court. Man-to-man defense here by the Highliners. Lattiser left-hand dribble. Driving through, scoop, rolls, and goes. Lattiser with the first two buckets and 5 points for the Dragons. 5-4. They lead by one. Sikora inside. Eggert, scoop, good. Off the Sikora assist. Highlanders take the lead, 6-5. So we've already had 3 lead changes. Actually, 4 lead changes so far in our first 4 buckets, 5 buckets. There's a three, good on the 3 ball. DeMary knocking down the 3. And then again, lead change number 5. 8-6, Dragons by 2. 6:20 here in this first quarter. Sikora off the elbow, up top to Eggert. Now to Larson in the corner. Heck here on the left side, goes back up top to Eggert. Far side to Peterson, looking for the cutter, get to Sikora. Step back 3, right wing, no. Rebound, Larson tips it to himself. Talon has it, gets it over to Eggert. Eggert goes in for the layup, no. Grabs it on a rebound, gets it back over to Peterson. Now to Sikora. Sikora, step back, no. Shot, Peterson, far side 3, no. Rebound on the floor and spun around. Gunville has the rebound, and the Dragons back to the way, leading by 2. DeMary gives it off to Lattiser. Lattiser here with the right hand hip high dribble. Crossover to the left hand. Stop, pop, 3-pointer on the way, back, misses. Rebound in the paint, up and good. Dakota, no. Rebound gets his own rebound and puts that one up and in. Dakota with the bucket. That's a 10-6 lead, biggest lead at 4 here for the Dragons. 2.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. Sikora, baseline left. Dribble drive, baseline pass, Larson. He'll go up strong. No, rolls off the rim, gets his own rebound, up and good. Talon Larson with a bucket off the putback, and we have a whistle. Not sure what the whistle was. It's placed out. I think they've got an injury as DeMary I think came down wrong on an ankle. So he is going to come out. Caden Davis, the 6'1 junior, is going to check in. Callan Davis will come in, or Caden comes in. So DeMary is going to have to be checked out. Also, we got the great training staff here from Valley City that will help out. On the far wing, Dakota, baseline jumper, no. Defense there by Sikora. Rebound, Heck. Bounce pass up ahead to Sikora. Sikora off the right elbow, gives it back to Heck. Top of the key to Sikora to Larson. Talon inside, Peterson. Triple teamed, ball knocked away, stolen, picked up by Glazier. Gets it off to Lattiser, he'll start up the floor. Lattiser into the front court, 4:40 to go here in the opening quarter. 10-8, Dragons with the lead and the basketball. Davis gives it back to Lattiser. Lattiser, shimmy and shake, step back, 1 to 3. In his face was Heck, doesn't shoot. Back here to the near side is Gunville. Gunville gets it back to Lattiser, 17 on the shot clock. Lattiser backing his way in, into the lane, stops. Shot, left hand, no. Rebound, Peterson falls down, and he did because he was fouled by Lattiser. So Lattiser will pick up his first team foul. And the Highliners now the chance to tie or take the lead with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. 10-8. The advantage for Dunseith. In the front court, here's Heck, near side Sikora. Baseline left, strong to the hole, no. Rebound grab by Dakota. He'll start up the floor, the 6'6 freshman across the timeline. Goes up top, knocked away, stolen by Heck. Heck with the steal. He'll go in, off balance shot, no. Follow up and good by Peterson. Carver Peterson with the putback, he's got 4. And we have our first tie at 10-10. We've had 5 lead changes. And now a tie here in the first 4 minutes, 15 seconds of the first quarter. There's a steal by Peterson. Carver against Lattiser, stripped by Lattiser and out of bounds. And a foul going to be called on Lattiser. That's going to be his second personal, second team foul. So the junior will pick up the foul. 4 seniors on this roster for Dunseith. Peterson at the line, shooting 2. First one's up, good. That's going to bring DeMary back into the lineup here for the Dragons. They have rearranged their players on the lane. Peterson's free throws up, and no, off the mark. DeMary clears off the rebound. 11-10, Highlanders up by 1, 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Lattiser into the front court, directing traffic. Crossover dribble left hand. Gets it off to Gunville. Now to DeMary. DeMary watched by Larson, near side, Gunville. Tried to split the D, lost it, regains control with the dribble in the corner. Up top, Lattiser, watched by Heck. Lattiser driving through the lane, scoop shot off the glass for 2. Lattiser with 7. 7 lead changes so far in this one. On the near side, Peterson, Sikora, Eggert. Back to Heck. Sikora, left corner for 3, boom. Sikora knocking down the 3-pointer. Guess what? We got another lead change. So far, 11 field goals, and we've had 8 lead changes. And there's a foul on Dunseith. That's going to be on DeMary. That is his first. 3rd team foul. Jack Dieterle now will check in the lineup for Valley City. Larson will sit down. Same 5 on the floor for Dunseith. In the near corner, Dieterle. Underneath, Carver Peterson off the glass. 7 for Peterson, and we have what? Not quite sure what the whistle was. Baseline official Lance Luke blew the whistle. Made a gesture over towards the scorer's table, but nothing changes. It's still 16-12, Valley City, 2:24 to go in this first quarter. And he was chatting with DeMary on the inbounds. DeMary puts his head down, drives through, blocked by Dieterle, grabs the loose ball. Heck nearly lost it from DeMary, regains control into the front court. Sikora Far corner, Egger, three-pointer right side, nothing but the bottom of the net. 7 for Egger. Highliners lead is at 7, 19-12, with 1:58 to go here in this first quarter. Lattiser, top of the key, crossover dribble, here to the near wing, backs his way in, goes all the way through, and foul before the shot. That's going to be on Dieterle. Number 1 on Jack, first team.
42, Jack Dieterle, first personal.
And inbounds on the baseline with 1:48 to go here in the quarter, 19-12. Highliners by 7. DeMary to Gunville. We'll go back up top the key to Lattiser. He's got 7 of his team's 12. Lattiser, stop, pop, three-pointer, no. Rebound, grabbed by Egger. Highlanders leading by 7, back to the way, 90 seconds to go, first quarter. Dieterle to Egger. Carson, near corner. Sikora for 3, rolls halfway down. Rebound Dieterle, puts her back up and in. Timeout, Dunseith. It is going to be a full timeout. We will step aside. 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. 21-12 Highlanders with the lead. This is coverage of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout live on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. Dunseith there in the largest of the regions in this 3-class system. They're out of Region 3. And there's another tough region. South Prairie Max is in that region. Delax, Burlington, Stanley, Bottineau, Newtown, and Rugby are some of the top teams in Region 3. So they have their work cut out for them in that region this year. Here's a foul called on Eggert, guarding a little too closely. Carson will pick up his first, second team foul. 1:04 to go here in the first quarter, 21-12. Highliners up by 9. Inbounds, down low, off the hands of Dakota. And it went off the hands of Lattiser. Turnover, and the ball goes back over to Valley City. And even 1 minute to go here, so we are in quarter number 1. Highlanders up 21-12. Baseline, Dieterle goes up strong, layup good. DeMary took a little flop, no call. Dieterle's got 4. 23-12, Highlanders by 11. Lattiser, crossover in the lane, shot no, blocked partially by Heck. Lattiser gets it back into the far corner. 38 seconds to go. Shot clock, game clock, about 16-second differential. Is DeMary up top. Crossover dribble with the right hand. He'll take the 3 from there, short. Rebound far side, Egger clears it out for Valley City. Highlanders up by 11, back the other way. In the front court, Carson, Sikora. Sikora left of the lane, all the way down. Baseline pass kicked. It will still be Valley City ball. Shot clock off, 15.3 seconds to go. Braxton Azure will check in. He is the 8th grader, 6-footer. Eggert, Heck, Glass counted. 25-12. The Highlanders right now on a 14-0 run. Here the near side, Lattiser in the lane. Shot with the left hand, good. That stops that long run, and that also ends the first quarter. Your score at the end of 1 quarter play, it's Valley City 25 and Dunseith 14. We're back with the second quarter. This is coverage of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout, live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. Valley City led in that first quarter by Carson Eggert and Carver Peterson, each with 7. And Jeremy Laddiser's 9 leading the way for the Dragons of Dunseith. As we come out of the second quarter, the Dragons will have the basketball. Trailing by 11. Biggest lead has been at 13, actually. Here's Laddiser up top. Watched by Heck. Spin move in the lane. Shot with the left hand, no. Rebound grabbed by Dieterle. Tried outlet it, ball tipped, but into the hands of Heck. Highlanders back to the way, leading by 11. Far side, Eggert into the corner. Here's Larson. Ooh, and he hits the deck hard as lining up to try to take the charge was DeMary, and he did. So Talon Larson will pick up the personal foul. DeMary, he's willing to stick his nose in there and take the charge. Talon will pick up his first personal foul, first team foul of the quarter. 7:30 remaining here in quarter number 2, 25-14 Highlanders. There's Laddiser on the near side, Gunville. Gunville driving the baseline, stops, pass, Dakota blocked there by Eggert and out of bounds. Eggert skied there and blocked that shot of the 6'6" Dakota. Inbounds will be on the far sideline. Braxton Azure will trigger it in. Pardon me. Here's DeMary to Laddiser. Up top, crossover dribble, left hand. Stops, thought about it, nope. Pass in near side. Driving through is Azure. Back to Laddiser. 2 seconds, 1 second. He is not going to get his shot off. Shot clock violation on the Dragons. So the ball will go over to the Highlanders. 6:58 here in this second quarter. Highlanders looking for their first points of the quarter. Heck, skip past Sikora. Goes inside to Heck. Try to go down low, Larson. Ball knocked away, rolls out of bounds off of Talon. It will be Dunseith ball. That's going to be Carver Peterson off the bench and in. Dieterle will sit down. And now the Dragons back to the way, trailing by 11. They have neither team has scored so far here. Minute 20 gone in this second quarter. Up top, DeMary to Laddiser. Laddiser, top of the key. Inside pass, DeMary puts his shoulder down, goes up strong, no. Rebound tip, oh, and I think Talon Larson tipped that one in inadvertently. So maybe DeMary was, that's what I'm going to give it to, but I think it went off of Talon Larson. It is 25-16. Inside pass, Larson goes up with the right hand off the glass too hard. Rebound, and that rolled off the foot of Gunville and out of bounds. So it'll stay with Valley City. Well, that's been a bugaboo for the Highlanders in these first 3+ games. When they're in that circle, down low, 2 feet, 3 feet less in, they cannot get the ball to go in. Eggert with the inbound. He'll bring it up top. Sikora. Off on that far wing. In that 2-3 zone, Eggert. Left wing 3, short. Rebound, reverse layup, Peterson, no. Tip, no. Grabbed by Eggert. Gets a man in the air, far corner, Sikora, travel. Went to make a baseline move and took a little extra step. Travel violation, ball goes back over to Dunseith. 5:54 to go in the second quarter. Highlanders still looking for their first points of the quarter. Well, luckily, Dunseith has only had 2 themselves. Lead is at 9 for Valley City. Azure on the far wing, Laddiser. Here's a 3, Laddiser, no. Rebound inside to Mary, lost the dribble, picked up Peterson 2-on-1. Peterson with Heck, bounce pass, Heck, layup, no. And a foul called. That's going to send Bryson Heck to the line to shoot 2. That's going to be on DeMary. That is going to be number 2 on Daniel. First team foul of the quarter. So Bryson Heck to the line to shoot 2, his first trip to the line. He's got 2 points. Free throw up. Good. First points of the quarter for Valley City. Still looking for that first field goal, though. Second free throw by the junior. Good. 4 points for Heck. 27-16, Valley City lead back to 11. 5:25 to go in this second quarter. Near side to Mary. Up top, Lattiser. Inside, Dakota. Little baby hook, good. Dakota now with 4. 27-18, Valley City by 9. Heck into the front court. Eggert, baseline, Peterson. Skip pass, Sikora. Three-pointer from the wing, no. Short, rebound, Lattiser. They got the numbers coming back. 3-on-2. And now the Highlanders get back good on defense. Lattiser in the lane. Shot over Peterson, no. Rebound, we're going to get a foul, a loose ball foul called on Dunseith, on Lattiser. So he's going to pick up his third personal. That is their second team foul of the quarter. So the leading scorer, Lattiser, now in foul trouble. Thane Glasgow now will come in. One of a handful of seniors on this Dunseith team. 4:50 remaining, 27-18. Highlanders still looking for that first field goal of the quarter. Near side, Sikora to Eggert. Up top, Peterson. 2-3 zone right now by the Dragons. Up top to Heck. Heck near side, Eggert. Eggert skip pass to Peterson. Three-pointer, right wing, no. Long rebound far side, Gunville has it. Dragons back the other way. Down by 9, 4:25 remaining the second quarter. And to Mary, that's a travel. Yep, he knew it too. As soon as he picked up the ball and took that two-step, and it looked like he was going to try to shovel it off and took a little extra step. So the Highlanders will get the ball off the turnover. Sikora, far side. Goes up top of the key to Heck. Quickly Eggert, left wing. Inside, Larson. He'll go up strong and rolls off. Rebound, Carver Peterson. Kicks it back up to Eggert. Eggert skip past Sikora. Sikora dribble drive. Right of the lane, fade away, no. Carver Peterson tips it near corner. Grabbed there by Azure. Then he has the ball tipped. Picked up by Peterson. Over to Eggert. Layup is good. So the Highlanders finally get their first field goal, and takes almost half, but takes a little over half of the quarter. 29-18. Highlanders back by 11, leading by 11. Vegas lead has been 13. 3:40 remaining, second quarter. Down low. Left hand, no, by Gunville. Rebound, grabbed by Eggert. Highlanders back into the front court. Pass far side, Sikora. To Heck, Sikora. On the wing, circles around, gets it back on the wing. Heck for three, good. Bryson Heck, 5 in the quarter, 7 for the game. And the lead, the biggest of the game now for Valley City at 14, 32-18. Far side, Gunville driving through, right of the lane. Gets it off to Glasgow, his three-pointer now. Grabbed by Peterson, back in transition. Carver Peterson for the Highlanders. Down, layup, good. DeMary was thinking about taking a charge, but already has 2 fouls. And it's a timeout taken. It was a 30-second timeout taken by Dunseith with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go in this first half. Highlanders up 34-18. We're back with more Highlander boys basketball from the Hack, live on YouTube on the Highlander Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at the Hack, along with our camera crew, Ray Nelson, and I think Garrett's up there. Yeah, there's Garrett Govan up there as well. Jaden Johnson, technical director, manning the ship here from the Hack on this holiday weekend. 2:51 to go in this second quarter. Valley City up 34-18. And the near side, Lattiser with his 3 personal fouls. Cross court, Gunville. Gunville back up top to Lattiser. He also is their leading scorer with 9. To the free throw line. Gunville. Right of the lane. Turns. Faces the basket. And we've got a foul away from down low. Let's see now. Sikora and Peterson were both there. And this is going to be on Sikora. That will be number 1 on Sikora. Team foul number 2 in the quarter. Inbound, Lattiser, we've got a whistle, and away from the ball, Gunville's going to be called for the foul. Xavier Gunville will pick up his first. That is team foul number 3 on the Dragons. Well, the Valley City will bring the ball back up the floor, leading by 16. Far side, Heck. Want to go down low to Dieterle, not there. Now back up top, Sikora. Near corner, Eggert, three-pointer, left side, short. Air ball, rebound into the hands of Davis. Caden Davis gets it to Lattiser. He'll start it up the floor. Far side, Glasgow. Glasgow back on the far side to Lattiser. On the wing, he'll bring it up top. As we approach 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. There's the little teardrop by the lefty, no. Rebound, Sikora. And nearly tied up, but is able to wiggle out of it. Sikora into the front court. Left-hand dribble, all the way down, gets it off to Heck. Heck on the left wing, back into the left corner. Sikora for three, boom. Another three by Sikora, he's got 6. Highliners by their biggest lead at 19. Here's Glasgow driving the baseline, and Eggert going to be called for the foul. And that again is an assumption. It is no. It's going to be on Dieterle. That is his second, team foul number 3. It looked like it was Eggert from behind, but no. So Glasgow at the line, shooting 2. Short on the first one. First trip to the line here in the game for the Dragons. That'll bring Talon Larson in. Dieterle with his second foul will sit down. And a second free throw up by Glasgow and rolls that one in. He gets 1 out of 2. 37-19. There's down court quickly and the layup as they break the press. Peterson for the bucket. He's got 11. 39-19. Lattiser up top. Here's side. Gunville. Dakota hits the deck. Play continues. And a pass into the backcourt. I can say it was tipped. So Lattiser resets the offense. Driving in. Kicks it off. Glasgow shot blocked by Heck. And Bryson's going to pick up a foul. So for Bryson, that is his first, 4th team foul. So at the free throw line is Glasgow. He will shoot 2. First one is on the way. Good. First 2 points of the game for Thane Glasgow at the free throw line, the 5'9" senior. And the free throw on the way, number 2, swish. 3 points for Glasgow. Highlanders up 39-21. Again, breaking the press. Pass in the front court, Heck. Over to Eggert. Now to Larson. Lost the handle in the corner. Saved by Sikora. Then off of Larson and out of bounds. It will go over to Dunseith. 1:03 remaining here in quarter number 2. Valley City up 39-21. 14-7. They have outscored Dunseith here in the quarter. Gunville up top. Right of the lane, picks up the dribble, turn around, fade away, no. Rebound Glasgow, off his fingertip, but it was off his fingertips by Eggert. And out of bounds, so it will stay with the Dragons. Inbounds baseline near side. And Glasgow brings it into Gunville. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Up top, Lattiser. Lattiser left-hand dribble. Try to go inside, knocked away by Heck. Lattiser gets it back. Left-hand shot, back glass, good. Lattiser, first points of the second quarter, he's got 11. Here's Eggert quickly in the front court. Shot clock off, 25 seconds to go. Highlanders up 39-23. Sikora. There's to Peterson. Back on the wing to Heck. Far side, Larson. Talon gets it far in the wing. Eggert, top of the key, Sikora, 10 seconds. Back over to Peterson. Now to Eggert. 7 seconds. Skip past Heck. Inside Larson. Ball knocked away by Dakota. And they're going to call a foul on the freshman. And that will be his first personal. 4th team foul. So the inbounds baseline. 3.8 seconds to go. Heck will bring the inbound. Brings it in. Eggert shot up off the inbound, no. Follows his shot, no. And the rebound grabbed by Davis, and that is your first half. Your score at halftime, it is Valley City 39 and Dunseith 23. We're back with our halftime here from the Hack. This is coverage of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highlander Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at the Hack, the Highliner Activity Network. We are at halftime of the boys' game, 39-23. Valley City with the lead. Let's get you caught up on what's been going on here on day 2 of the holiday shootout. Earlier today, Dunseith Kildare winners over the Dunseith girls by a final 66-31. And then it was the Shiloh Christian boys 74-66 winners over Turtle Mountain. Valley City girls, they were 61-57 winners over 4 wins up Minnewacan. And now we have Valley City boys and Dunseith. Following this game, back to the girls' side, Turtle Mountain will take on Shiloh Christian. Then back to the boys at 3:30, Kindred against Kildare. Again, these games are probably going to be about a half hour or so later than they were originally scheduled. Central Cass and Botno wraps up the day at 5 o'clock. And then we'll have the girls' player showcase and the boys' player showcase from 7 to 9 tonight here at the Hack. And that will be later on this evening, or this afternoon, and later on this evening here at the Hack. Tomorrow, another full day. Starts at 8 a.m. as 4 wins, Minnewacan. Placing 5th, Book Bundy placing 5th at 190, and Miley Christensen, she took 2nd at 136 today. Those were the placers for the girls, so 3 girls placing out of the 6 that wrestled this weekend at the Rumble on the Red. There were out of the 7 wrestlers for JV, there were at least 2 or 3 that were going to be wrestling in for placing today. I know after day 1 yesterday, Owen Hunt was undefeated at 3-0. Chase Coughlin, he had come back after losing in the second round. He had won his next 3, so he was going to be in the wrestling for either 3rd place or 5th place in the consolation bracket. A couple of wrestlers for Valley City there. On the varsity side, Colton Grable was 2-2 and did not place. He was done yesterday, and Ethan Miller went 2-2, and he did not place either. Those are the only 2 varsity wrestlers for Valley City. 39-23 is your score. We are at the half as the Highliners leading here by 16. We'll be back, get things started for the second half here from the Hack. This is coverage of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout, live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. Well, coming up after the new year, right away after the new year, the second day of 2024, the Highliners will be right back here at home, and it'll be another full day of basketball with a doubleheader with the boys and girls, different schools, but a doubleheader. As Valley City girls will be taking on Carrington, and the boys will be taking on Lisbon. This is Tuesday, the 2nd of January, and the girls JV game against Carrington will be 4:30 here at the Bubble. The boys JV game will be, here at the Hack. The boys JV game will be at 4:30. That'll be over at the Bubble at Valley City State University. And the girls varsity game at 6 o'clock here against Carrington. And then the boys at 7:30 tip-off here at the Hack against Lisbon. And then the girls C Squad game, that'll be at 7:30. That'll be against Carrington, and that'll be at the junior high over at the South Gym. So that'll be coming up on Tuesday, and then they'll be hitting the road. Here, the girls will be home against Lisbon on Thursday of next week, while the boys, they are going to be junior varsity next week. Here's a quick reminder. The Barnes County tournament will be next week at the Bubble on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and the Valley City Junior Varsity boys will be part of that BCT next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And, of course, games here at the Hack. And you can watch them all right here on the Highliner Activity Network. Again, we'll have that full day of action with 3 games on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, January 4th, we'll have a couple of games with the Valley City girls taking on Lisbon, JV, and Varsity. Well, Dunseith just came back out onto the floor. Highliners got a few warm-up shots in. Dunseith, they're good to go. So we are getting things started here in this third quarter. Again, things got started on time with the first game this morning, but then things got backed up a little bit, even though we did have running clock in our first game today. But we are a little bit behind schedule, but this is our final game here in the Highliner Activity Network, but still lots more basketball to be played here. And there'll be 3 more games, plus the player showcase here at the Hack the rest of tonight after the Highlanders are done. We're set to go. Eggert, Heck, Sikora, Peterson, and Larson, the 5 on the floor for Valley City. DeMary, Lattiser, Gunville, Glazou, and Dakota on the floor for Dunseith. Shot there by Peterson. DeMary clears off the rebound. Here's Lattiser back to the way for the Dragons into the front court. Picks up the dribble, top of the key. He had 11 points in that first half, but he also had 3 fouls. Far side, there's a steal. Pass was intended inside. Eggert skied, went for the steal, and the two-handed flush. Carson Eggert this time took his time, went up for the two-handed flush and lays it in for the quiet jam. He's got 11. 41-23, off the elbow. The runner by Glazou doesn't go. Sikora gets the rebound. Here's Sikora into the front court. Top of the key, near side. Here's a three-pointer taken by Peterson. No. Lattiser with the rebound. Lattiser into the front court. Up top. Picks up the dribble. Takes a three-pointer. Back iron, too hard. Rebound, tipped out, grabbed by Glazou. He'll go inside. Gunville, layup, no, foul call. That will be on Carver. So Peterson will pick up his first team foul. That'll send Xavier Gunville to the line to shoot 2. He's looking for his first points. And he has it. 41-24. And the free throw, good. 41-25, Valley City by 16. Just a little over a minute gone here in the third quarter. Whoop, Heck nearly traveled. No, to Eggert. Skip pass to Peterson. Near corner, Heck on the wing. Sikora, Eggert, left corner for 3, good. Eggert knocks down his second 3. He has got 14. And the Highliners lead is at 19, 44-25. Up top, Lattiser. Far side, Dakota. Into the lane, goes up with the right hand, good. 6 for Dakota. 44-27. There's a pass far side. Heck up top. Sikora. Now to Eggert. Eggert from the wing for three. Rattles out. The rebound. Lattiser clears it off. Starts up the floor for Dunseith. Lattiser. 11 points all in the first half. Far side. Glazhu. Back up top. Dakota. Into the near side. Lattiser. Down low pass. Off the hands of DeMary. Saves it inbounds. Picked up by Heck. It's a 5-on-4. Now DeMary quickly back into the fray. Here's the pass to Eggert. Tried a pass inside to Peterson. Stolen by Gunville. Now Lattiser will bring it up the floor. He'll slow things down as he hits the logo. 5.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Highlanders up 44-27. Three-pointer. Glazhu. No. Rebound. Dakota up. Yes. With the putback. He's got 8. 44-29. Top of the key. Peterson to Heck. Now Sikora. Skip pass Eggert. Quick touch pass. Heck. Three-pointer from the wing. No. Rattles down. Eggert hustles for the rebound inside. Gets over to Sikora. His three-pointer. That's off the mark. Heck clears the rebound. Goes back up top to Sikora. And Sikora is going to be fouled there. Reach in. The foul called on Xavier Gunville. That'll be his second. First team foul. On the far wing, Eggert will trigger it in for Valley City. 4:56 to go in this third quarter. Highlanders up 44-29. Far side, Peterson. Baseline, left side, Sikora. Back onto the wing, Peterson. Skip pass near corner, Eggert. Back to Peterson cutting in. Back to Eggert. Three-pointer from the corner. Good. Eggert. His second three in the quarter. He's got 17 season high. 47-29 Valley City. Lattiser thought about the three. Gives it out to DeMary. He'll give it to Gunville. Gunville to the free throw line. Spins. Turn on 15-footer short. Rebound. Eggert for Valley City. Highlanders back to the way. Eggert. Pass far corner. Sikora. Onto the wing. Into the lane. Kicks it to Heck. Near corner. Peterson. Peterson lost the dribble. Picked up. Lattiser. He's got Glazhu with him. Lattiser backs up. Picks up the dribble. He'll give it up top to Mary. Halfway through the third quarter. Here's DeMary. Dribble drive penetration. Good. DeMary with 7. 47-31 Highlanders. And here's a three by Heck. No. Rebound. Talon Larson. Kicks it back on the perimeter. Peterson. Skip pass. Sikora. Drives into the lane. From 12. No. Lattiser. Another rebound. Back into the front court. No look pass. Down court. Glazhu layup. No. Comes up short. Neither team can buy a basket here. Here's Heck, near side. Fakes pass. Now goes up top, Sikora. Sikora gives it off to Eggert. Carson goes back to Sikora. Down low, Peterson posting up. Turnaround, pass, baseline, Larson. Far corner, Sikora for three. Good. Sikora with the three ball. He's got his 9 on 3 3-pointers, 1 in each quarter. 50-31 Valley City. At the 3-minute mark to go here in the third quarter, near side is Gunville. Spins left of the lane. Gives it off to Dakota. Dakota driving baseline, blocking foul on Sikora. That's going to be his second team foul. And not a shooting violation. That'll bring Dieterle in for Valley City. And Braxton Azure coming in for Dunseith. The 8th grader. He gets the inbounds off the glass and miss it. I think it was partially, they're going to count it. They're going to call goaltending on Eggert. So basket interference / goaltending, and Azure gets the bucket. 50-33 Valley City. Far side, Eggert. Skip pass, Sikora. Off the elbow, back to Eggert. Left wing for three, rolls off. A rebound, DeMary. Has it here for Dunseith. Lattiser into the front court. Far side, Gunville. Wants baseline, cut off, spins to the other side, and a foul call. And his foul is going to be on Sikora. That's going to be his third team foul. That's going to bring Aiden Bernston into the lineup for Valley City. He will get to the scorer's table. Lattiser up top. Driving to the free throw line, picks up the dribble. DeMary, three-pointer, right wing, short. Long rebound into the far corner, goes out of bounds. Highlander ball. So to the bench comes Sikora, and Burnson will check in. Caden Davis now checking in the lineup for Dunseith. And DeMary will sit down. 50-33, Valley City by 17 with 2:10 to go here in this third quarter. Top of the key, Eggert to Peterson. Bernston, Dieterle, back to Bernston. Three-pointer short. Rebound, Dakota. Lattiser into the front court, up top. Pass down low, Dakota, layup good. Nice pass there. And Dakota now with double figures with 10. 6 in the quarter. 50-35. Dunseith trailing. Bernston to Eggert. Back to Heck. Three-pointer. Left wing. Good by Bryson Heck. He hits double figures with 10. His second three-pointer. 53-35. Spin move. Travel. Trying to spin move there was Asher. And a travel violation. And the ball goes back over to Valley City. 1:22, clock moving here in the third quarter. Valley City up 53-35. Peterson, Eggert, Bernston. Ball on the floor. Loose ball picked up by Gunbill for Dunseith. Lattiser will bring it up the floor. Across the timeline for the Dragons. A little hesitation. Step back three. Good. Lattiser with 14. And we have a timeout taken by Dunseith. It is going to be a full timeout with 56.9 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Highlanders up 53-38. We're back with more Highlander basketball live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highlander Activity Network. As we come out of the timeout, Valley City with the ball. Final minute here of the third quarter. The end of the quarter, Peterson. Carver on the wing to Heck. Into the lane, Eggert. Back over to Peterson. Far side, Heck, quick bounce pass to Bernston. In the lane, Peterson. Over to Dieterle. Shot no, foul call, Dakota. That's going to be number 2. Nelson Dakota. And that'll be the second team foul in the quarter.
Dragons foul on number 25, Dakota.
And that'll send Dieterle to the free throw line. Free throw. Good. 5 for Dieterle. 54-38. And a free throw on the way. Rolls it in. 6 now for Jack. 55-38 Valley City. 35 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. And Gunbill up top. Circles around. Right of the lane. Dakota, layup good. 8 in the quarter, 12 for the game for Dakota. 55-40. Three-pointer, Bernston. Air ball off the hands of, it went off of Gunbill and out of bounds. Inbound baseline for Valley City, 15.3 seconds to go. Three-pointer by Eggert, rims out. Davis clears off the board. Off to Lattiser. Go for the last shot. Lattiser into the front court. Top of the key. And picks up the dribble. Azure for 3. Short. Azure, pardon me, and it goes out of bounds. That's going to do it for quarter number 3. And your score at the end of 3 quarters of play now, Valley City 55 and Dunseith 40. We're back with the fourth quarter coming up This is coverage of the first annual Valley City Holiday Shootout live from the Hack on YouTube on the Highline Activity Network. As we start the fourth quarter, Eggert, Sam Meyer, Zach Sikora, Talon Larson, and Jack Dieterle are on the floor. So 4 out of the 6 seniors on this roster on the floor right now for Valley City. There's the dribble drive penetration. Lattiser with the bucket. He's got 16 now. 55-42. And Dieterle, the lone non-senior on the floor right now for Valley City. Up top, Eggert. Inside, Larson. Underneath, up top, Sikora. Eggert from the wing for 3, short. Long rebound, far side, Eggert. Sikora had it, but when he grabbed it, he stepped out of bounds. So it will be Dunseith ball. Dunseith will have Davis on the floor. Azure, Dakota, Lattiser, and Gunville, the 5 on the floor for the Dragons as we start things here in quarter number 4. Highlanders up 55-42. Dribble drive, Lattiser, scoop shot, no. Rebound, out of bounds, Highlander ball. Lattiser, who had 11 in that first half, he's got 16 for the game. He has double figures. Dakota also in double figures with 12 for the Dragons. Here's Meyer. Eggert inside, Dieterle. Back to Meyer. Sam with the three-pointer from the wing. Coming a little bit short. Eggert clears off the rebound. Gives it back to Sam. He'll try it again from the wing. Off the glass for 2. Hey, the bank is open on a Friday afternoon in Valley City as Sammy Meyer knocks down the 3-ball. Highlanders lead at 58-42. Up top, here's Dakota for 3. Barely draws iron. And Dieterle with the rebound. Eggert, Sikora driving strong to the hole. Block. As Dakota with the block. Kind of looked at looked at Sikora as Sikora was on the ground. And Dakota picking up his third personal. That is team foul number 1 here in the quarter. Sikora at the line for 2. First one, good. He's now in double figures with 10. DeMary and Connor Gunville checking in the lineup now for Dunseith. Free throw up. Good. He gets them both. 11 now for Sikora. 60-42, Valley City by 18. This is a season high in points for the Highlanders. And we got a foul. Eggert guarding a little too close. Will pick up his second personal. 4th team foul. Or pardon me, it's their first in the quarter. 4th for the half, but they're first in the quarter. Here's Lattiser. Inside Dakota. Shot blocked by Dieterle. Put it right back in his face. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Highlanders. So Valley City will get it. That was 6'6", about 6'7". The battle there, big men inside. And a battle won by Dieterle. Here on the wing, Jack far side Sikora. Back in here side to Meyer. Sam skip pass up top. Sikora driving through, off the glass, no. Rebound, Larson has it inside for Valley City. Goes back up strong, no, but I'm going to say on the floor. So the free throws coming. No free throws. Foul called on DeMary, his 3rd. 2nd team foul. Bryson Heck in. And Carver Peterson back in for Valley City. Here's Sikora off the inbounds for three, short. Rebound Eggert, tips it into the hands of Peterson. Near side Heck. Up top, Sikora, he'll try another three-pointer. That one's too long. The rebound grab by Gunbill. Back to the way, Gunbill into the front court. Dribbling close to his knees. Now Gunbill. Back up top, Lattiser. Pick, no roll. Dakota, right of the lane. Goes down low, DeMary, knocked away. Loose ball picked up. Larson had it. And DeMary goes plowing into his bench and out of bounds. And the ball will be over to the Highlanders. That'll bring Thane Glazou in. Next game here is on the girls' portion. The girls' side of the bracket, Turtle Mountain and Shiloh Christian. Next boys' game, Kindred against Killdeer. That should be an interesting game. Kindred, the #1 team in Class A. Pass far side. Controlled there by Coach McDaniel, which unfortunately means it's out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball back to Dunseith. 5:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Highlanders up 60-42. On the far side is Glazou. He'll get up top to Gunbill. Xavier Gunbill. Down low, Dakota can't control it. Off his hands, out of bounds. And the ball goes back over to Valley City. Highlanders lead by 18 as we hit the 5-minute mark. Left to go here, fourth quarter. Far side, Heck onto the wing. Eggert, Peterson gives it back to Sikora. Sikora back to Peterson. Inside pass intended for Larson, grabs it. And a touch pass gets it to Heck. Now to Eggert. Up top, Sikora. Here to Peterson, 15 on the shot clock. Far side, Heck. Now just working around the perimeter. Eggert down low. Larson layup good. Talon Larson. Second field goal, first since the first quarter. He has got 4. 62-42, Valley City. Here's DeMary driving through, reach and foul. Sikora and Larson were both there defensively for Valley City. And that's going to be on Sikora. That's number 4 on Zach. And the second team foul. So Daniel DeMary to the free throw line for the first time in the game. Has 7 points. Free throw is good. Got the roll. He's got 8. Dieterle in, Sikora out for Valley City. Well, they gave the point to the wrong team. Should be 62-43, gang. They gave it to the wrong team. Michaela, you got to change that. They get them both. It is 62-44. They're giving it to the wrong team, so they'll change that because now Dunseith is addressing it to the scores table. Up top, Peterson. Three-pointer, shot no, doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Dakota. Gets it over to Lattiser. Into the front court, Lattiser coming down. Backs his way in. There's a steal by Peterson. Peterson back to the way. Going in layup, good, foul, count it, and he'll go to the line. And a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. And the foul called against Xavier Gunbill. That is his third team foul. So Peterson at the line. He's 1 for 2 at the line so far in the game. 13 points. And make it 13 still. Missed it. Rebound. Larson dribbled it off his foot. Out of bounds. It'll be Dunseith ball. 4:01 to go here in this fourth quarter. Valley City up 64-44. We'll get a doubleheader again tomorrow with Valley City. A split doubleheader. The girls play at 11. The boys will play at 3:30 tomorrow. Here's top of the key, DeMary driving through. Kicks it off, but beforehand was fouled. That foul going to be called on the Highlanders' Talon Larson, his second. Team foul number 3 on Valley City. Inbounds, Glazou, Dakota. Dakota in the lane. Gets a little right hand, shot no. Out of bounds, Highlander ball. Dakota had 8 points in the third quarter. At 12 for the game, he's yet to score here in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in this final quarter. Highlanders up 20. Looking ever so closer to picking up win number 1 under Coach McDaniel. Top of the key, Eggert. In the lane, Dieterle. Goes up strong, 2. 8 points for Dieterle. Valley City up 66-44. Lattiser. His scoop shot doesn't go. Bodies hit the floor. And Bryson Eck going to be called for the personal foul. That's Bryson's second. Fourth team foul. So that will send Jeremy Lattiser to the free throw line to shoot 2. Lattiser is yet to be at the free throw line of the game. He has 16 points. That's team high. The lefty's free throw? No. Boy, DeMary was in the middle of the lane before Lattiser even let go of the ball. And it's too bad because he made it. He literally was right in the middle of the lane, and the ball was still on the fingertips of Lattiser. Second free throw is good. 17 for Lattiser. 66-45, Valley City. Top of the key. Peterson, turnaround jumper, Heck, good. Heck with 12. 68-45, Highliners. And adding to that season high in points. And there's a travel on DeMary. Ball goes back over to Valley City. So far, the Highlanders have had one of their better defensive efforts as well. And the benches are clearing now for both teams. Sam Meyer in, Aiden Bernston in, Jack Samuelson in, Tegan Zahn in, and Mike and Matson in now for Valley City. So Valley City's emptied their bench. Dunseith does not do in kind yet, though Coach Morin is looking at his bench. Here to the near side, Bernston to Meyer. Here in the near corner, Sam gets it up top. Matson driving through, scoop shot, good. Mike and Matson with the scoop shot bucket. 70-45, Valley City. On the far side, Lattiser. Lattiser steps back. Braxton Azure did come in, and also Noah Fosino checked in the lineup there. Step back 3 for Lattiser. Too long. Rebound. Dakota has it. Goes back up with the right hand. No, partially blocked by Samuelson. Here's Meyer grabbing the rebound. Sam has it for Valley City. He'll bring it up the floor. Into the front court. 2:15 to go. Here's Matson for 3. Good. Mikan, 2 shots, 5 points. 73-45, Valley City. Far side. Fosino. Now to Azure, and we're going to have a foul on Valley City. That'll be on Sam Meyer. His first. That is the 5th team foul. Connor Gunville will check in at the next opportunity. Azure at the line will shoot 2. First one is up and good. He has 3 points. So he will come in. Lattiser will sit down. Team high 17 points for Lattiser. Free throw by Azure. Can't get it to go. Samuelson grabs the rebound for Valley City. Now to Matson. Matson pass knocked away. It'll stay with Valley City with $1:56 to go. 73-46 Highlanders. We'll go to 1-3 on the year. And Dunseith will drop to 1-5. From the free throw line, Samuelson off the glass too hard. Long rebound, grabbed by Gunville. Connor Gunville into the front court. Pass knocked away, but right in the hands of Dakota, and then Bernston comes up with a block. And I'm going to say he hit the head of Dakota. So Aiden will pick up his first personal foul. And to the free throw line, Nelson Dakota. His first trip to the line. He's got 12 points, has not scored here in the 4th quarter. Had 8 in the 3rd. Free throw is good. Another one to go. His dad Wallace, assistant girls coach here for Dunseith. Free throw up and short. A rebound grabbed inside, Gunville. He goes back up, off the glass, no. And the rebound will find its way out of bounds off of Valley City. 1:39 left to go. Highlanders up 73-47. Inbounds, Gunville brings it in, Dakota up and rolls off. Matson clears off the board for Valley City. Micah now brings it into the front court, across the timeline. Pass to Zahn. Zahn top of the key to Samuelson. And Jack picks up the dribble to Bernston. Bernston driving through, dumps it off to Meyer. Meyer turns, gives it back to Matson. Matson on the near wing. Starts in, gives it over to Meyer. Here's a three-pointer by Meyer off the mark. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by Dunseith. Highlander ball. 1:15 to go. Caden Davis comes back in. Also checking the lineup is Elijah Peltier, making his first appearance here, the junior. Inbounds to Matson in the far corner. Now to Meyer. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Zahn. Spin move in the lane. Shot up good by Tegan Zahn. He gets on the scoreboard. 75-47 Highliners. Gunville into the front court for the Dragons. Inside a minute to go. To the free throw line. Far side. Azure gets it back to Gunville. Tried to split the defense. Lost the handle. Samuelson picks up the loose ball. Now to Matson. Mikan into the front court for Valley City. To Bernston, lining up the three from the wing. Good. Oh, I think everybody has scored. Oh, we need to get Jackson points here. Pass here near side, 78-47. Gunville, pass, backdoor, nice pass. Partially blocked there, but Samuelson is at least contributing. He's got a couple of blocks and a rebound. But he is the lone Highliner, I think, that needs to put some points on the board. Come on, guys, get it to Jack. And he's just going to stand in the corner. They're going to dribble it out. 15 seconds to go, and the Highliners are going to pick up their first win under Coach Jim McDaniel as they outscore Dunseith here in this final quarter 23-7 and pull away in the end. And your final, Valley City 78 and Dunseith 47. We'll step aside, back with our postgame here from the Hack. This is Highliner Basketball from the Hack, live on YouTube on the Highliner Activity Network. Your final score here this afternoon, Highliners pick up win number 1 for Coach Jim McDaniel, or under Coach Jim McDaniel. Definitely not his first win. 78-47 your final score. Highliners now 1-3 on the year, and Dunseith falls to 1-5. For Dunseith, they were led by Jeremy Laddiser with 17 points in the game. Nelson Dakota finishing with 13. They were the double-figure scorers. Daniel Demary had 9. Thane Glazier with 3. Braxton Azure with 3. And Xavier Gunville with 2 for their total of 47. 14 in the first quarter, 9 in the second, 17 in the third, and 7 in the fourth. Valley City had 4 players in double figures, led by Carson Eggert with 17. Carver Peterson with 13. Bryson Heck had 12. Zach Sikora with 11. Jack Dieterle had 8. 5 from Mike and Matson, 4 points from Talon Larson, 3 points for Aiden Bernston, 3 points from Sam Meyer, and 2 points from Tegan Zahn for their total of 78. 25 in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 16 in the third, and 23 in the fourth quarter. So the Highliners now 1-1 here in the, or 1-0 in the shootout, and 1-3 on the year, winning this one again 78-47. Our next broadcast will come up again tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Valley City Girls will take on Killdeer. And then at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, we'll have the Highliner boys against Shiloh Christian for our split doubleheader here at the Holiday Shootout tomorrow. Now, still come on out to the Hack. We've got 3 more games on the docket yet today. The next game coming up here in just a few, Turtle Mountain Girls against Shiloh Christian. Then the Kindred boys against Killdeer. That should be an interesting game later on this afternoon. And then the final game today, Central Cass and Botno girls. Again, scheduled for 5 o'clock, but that's probably going to be around 5:30, 5:45 for that. And then we've got the player shootout tonight from 7 until 9. Final score, Highlanders pick up the W, 78-47. Again, my thanks to our camera crew today, Gavin Govan and Garrett Govan, along with Rain Nelson, our technical director, Jaden Johnson, and of course, all our great viewers joining us here today on YouTube. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Again, 11 o'clock tip for the Valley City Highliner girls. Until then, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from the Highliner Activity Center.